Hey there, everyone. Dustin Bellinger here, and I'm going to be doing a response video for Highlight Handles. Wish you congratulations on reaching 100 subs. Also, congratulations on all your TTM returns that I see you post videos from. I really enjoy that in your channel. That's the thing I like best about what you do. All right, you had a couple of questions for us, and question number one was our favorite card. This was a close one between this, and I also considered a couple of my Clemente cards and 53 Bowman Roy Campanella that I really like. I just decided to go with my 53 Topps Satchel Paige. That one's my favorite overall. Second question was the best pull we've ever had. Gosh, when I was breaking packs, you didn't have a lot of the fancy chase cards like you do now. And I haven't been opening packs in such a long time. And when I do, I can't remember anything that I got that was like that special of a pull. So I'm just went with the card that I got in a break. This was a group break for the shoebox collection of pre-war cards. It had a lot of Gaudy cards and play balls and some other cards mixed in, and I was able to receive this Hank Greenberg 1939 play ball. This one's probably as far as a random chance acquisition, this would be probably the best one I've had. Third question was who is our favorite player not on our favorite team? And for me, that's going to be Alex Gordon, because he's currently the most prominent former Nebraska Cornhusker that's playing in the majors. Having a tough season this year, but hopefully he turns it around. Shout out to my friend Dustin Abraham for these two Alex Gordon cards that I'm showing here. He sent those to me in a care package, and I don't have enough of his cards yet, so really appreciate getting these from him. Question four. This question was why I was going to do this response, because I wanted to tell this story about having met an NFL player. This would have been, I believe, my freshman year of high school. My best friend and we were members of our local FFA chapter. If anybody's not familiar with the FFA, it's Vocational Agricultural Organization, and it's a small town Nebraska. It's just one of the clubs that tend to join. So we were at the state convention in Lincoln, Nebraska, and we were there for like 4 days. And every night you had a keynote speaker that we were dragged to have to attend. One night we had Len Bias's mom. There was like an Olympic gymnast one night. It must have been the last night. We were just kind of sick of it. And tired of inspiration in that. We're, freshmen in high school. We're away from home for a couple of days in what feels like the big city to us. And the only things we were really interested in is finding ways to be around girls and alcohol for the most part. But we snuck out of the auditorium, slipped on down a couple blocks down the street to frozen yogurt shop, and we're decked out in our dress uniform, which black slacks, white dress shirt, blue tie, and these dark navy blue corduroy jackets with gold logos. I mean, we just look like idiots. And this enormous man looked at us a little cross-eyed, and he just kind of started talking to us a little, and we, let him know, oh yeah, we'd, bailed on the speaker, and we'd had enough, and we just kind of talked with him, and he just had some life advice he was trying to give to us as kids there, and neither one of us really knew who he was, but we had some notion that based on his size that he was probably associated with Nebraska Cornhuskers football team. And then he asked us if we collected cards, and we were like, well, yeah, we do. And he stepped out and went to his car and came back in and handed each of us a card and signed it for us. And that was how we knew who we were talking to, was Lawrence Pete, who was a very good defensive tackle. By that point, he was in the NFL for a couple of years with the Lions, and he was getting towards the end of his run there in the NFL. But it was just really cool to have met him, and he just couldn't have been nicer to a couple of knucklehead kids that were off sneaking away. So, okay, that story went long. So then the last question you had was, who is the player we PC? I collect lots of players. I mean, I've got large collections of like Griffey, Bonds to some degree, Mark Grace, Darren Erstead, but there's nobody I could ever say that, oh, is like my ultimate main PC. If I was gonna say that there was one player whose cards I most want, it's gonna be Roberto Clemente, and he's my all-time favorite player, and so that's the one I'll pick for this. All right, thanks a lot, Highlight Handles, for the contest, and congratulations once again on 100 subs.